But for now, it does look like there is some weakness, not only in the in SPY, but also in the Qs. We did break down through this supply zone here, so there was overhead supply that we had to get through. Couldn't get through it, got rejected here. So if we anchor another VWAP, let's anchor it from this. This was a little lower here. Anchor VWAP from here. You can see if we did continue down this level of interest below around, let's say 287, 288 would be the area below to keep an eye on.
This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's your host, voted one of the top 100 people in finance, Christopher Ewell. Today's episode is produced in partnership with Trendspider. Get scanning, charts, backtesting, and alerts all in one place with Trendspider. Go to trendspider.10MinuteStockTrader.com to get an exclusive discount code and bonuses worth over $100 when you take your free trial at trendspider.10MinuteStockTrader.com. Hey, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time we give you more tools, tips, and tricks to help you trade faster and trade smarter every single week.
I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Remember, before we start, we do have the 50% off for all plans currently on Trendspider. So if you do like these charts and how I'm using them, you can definitely give them a try yourself using the 7-day free trial, and then 50% off after that. And then let's look at some charts. And then the grand finale is on Sunday with Ben, aka Pattern Profits from Twitter. So if you guys are interested in learning more about that, definitely click on the link below, and that will take you to the link for Sunday's show. Now, SPY, we'll just quickly look at this, QQQ, IWM, and VIX. We can see here that the volume shelf is really barely holding on at this point. We did break down through this ascending triangle here. Now what I would do is I'd anchor a VWAP from this bottom here. And so if we did continue down, this 348, 349 area would be a level of interest below to possibly catch a bid or for supply just to really dry up. Now on the weekly side of things, you can see here right around 350, 349 is this previous level of resistance, now possibly acting as a level of interest as well. So not only do you have the anchor VWAP, but you also have this previous resistance on the weekly chart where it says retest. So let's see what happens going into the couple weeks ahead into December. But for now, it does look like there is some weakness, not only in the in SPY, but also in the Qs. We did break down through this supply zone here, so there was overhead supply that we had to get through. Couldn't get through it, got rejected here. So if we anchor another VWAP, let's anchor it from this. This was a little lower here. Anchor VWAP from here. You can see if we did continue down this level of interest below around, let's say 287, 288 would be the area below to keep an eye on. Now, on the weekly side of things, we do have this broadening formation here. Really nothing, as I mentioned kind of last week, just we can chop around until we really break through this this dashed line here. We could just chop around for months. So keep that in mind. The market doesn't always have to go straight up. It can just chop around for quite some time, especially with some of the uncertainties going on right now. And then the thing that kind of gives us a little more of a bull thesis is the fact that IWM actually held pretty well on Friday, which is going to be more of your risk-on play with the small caps. So the fact that the volume shelf did hold here is definitely worth noting, and the fact that we did close green for the week is also worth noting, and this breakout continues here on this longer-term area on the weekly side of things. So SPY, QQQ don't look great. However, IWM is still holding. Keep that in mind into the week ahead. The last one we'll do is VIX. And so you can see here on VIX, we actually held relatively well here. Did not enter this gap below anymore. We are still kind of below that rounding bottom on the weekly, but you can see that it's decently strong here on the weekly side of things. And we are kind of forming this little rounded bottom that we saw back in August, kind of this area here. So if we do the same thing here, let me copy this over. You can kind of see that it's looking very similar. So let's see if this actually follows through, but we still do have the gap below for those that are bearish on volatility at this point. So remember, we do have the main event tomorrow on Sunday. That is with Ben, aka Pattern Profits. We'll be going over more of the monthly side, looking at the monthly charts into December, but really even into 2021. So make sure to check that out, 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Remember, we do have the 50% off right now, so if you do want to try this out, you get 7 days free, and then you have the ability to apply that 50% discount coupon. So if you have any questions at all, let us know. The links will be below, both the link to get the 50% off as well as the link to tomorrow's show. Everybody have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.
Okay, so what'd you think? That was pretty incredible, right? Now, if you like that, that's only a taste, only a sample of what you're going to find in the full AI stock trading system. And I really highly encourage you to go and check this out. Obviously, you are interested in learning on how to trade, and that's why you're listening to this podcast. Now, I'm going to take and download my entire trading system that I use day in and day out onto you. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is over at the AIStockTradingSystem.com. You're going to get phase 1, 2, and 3, several bonuses, and on top of that, I'm going to walk you through over a dozen trades that I put on inside of my account, holding your hand and showing you exactly how I got in, how I got out, how I use the artificial intelligence data, and how this could work inside of your own trading portfolio on a daily basis. So make sure you head on over to AIStockTradingSystem.com. That's AIStockTradingSystem.com to learn more and to get started and to download my decade plus worth of trading experience into your hands so you can start using the AI stock trading system today, the 5-step system to take the guesswork out of trading. Hey, if you like this video, let me know by leaving me a like below, and then subscribe and share it with somebody you think could use it as well. Be sure to comment below with your biggest takeaway from this episode and any suggestions you have for future episodes. And finally, make sure you watch these other videos to help you trade faster and trade smarter, and I'll see you on the next episode.